Hey, how's it going? Rachel from Forza Fem. Gonna be a bit of a morose one today. Gonna be talking about the fire in the Palisades as it did affect my family directly. It's the first time that a natural disaster has so directly affected my family. So, with that, hammer that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. Because of the nature of the situation in California, I am going to be smoking a Bolivar Confradia, I believe is how they say it. Confradia. It's a very good cigar, one of my favorites, but this one has an injury. I'm going to try a trick that I was told actually works. I'm going to get this chapstick right here, festive of course, peppermint flavored. Maybe it'll affect the flavor, who knows, time will tell. So, we're going to get some chapstick out, and we're going to go to that little injury right there. We're just going to start going over it. I have done this with cracks. It actually worked really well, surprisingly well. And I want to see how it works with something this substantial. And then we'll get into it. Oh, got a little bit popping up right there. Oh, gotta be a bit more gentle. It's hard to see it, but alright. Maybe this will work, maybe it won't. Well, so far that's not working. A little bit more delicate. And then we'll just stick with that and try to get into it. Maybe I'll put some more on as it heats up. Get my trusty propane torch. It's actually working pretty good so far. As you see when I was twisting it like that, the reason I do that, they call it toasting, and you gotta get the foot of the cigar toasted. Well, this is the foot, the burning end. Let's see how this smokes. That's good. That is really good. I've actually had a few of these. This one has sat the longest, going on I think almost 2 months now. That'd be my longest sitting cigar. This one's very good, very creamy. Like I said before, I don't normally hit on too many notes, but this one's too hard to miss. And the chapstick, that is actually working. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. So I actually cut this last night when I intended to originally smoke it. That's why I was able to go straight into it from the stick, or from the can. But anyway, so about the Palisades. My sister, she lives in the Hollywood Hills, and I asked her how things were going earlier in the day when I knew the fires were happening, and at the time she said, it's west of us, and it doesn't seem like it's going to come our way. And then about 10 o'clock at night Eastern time, because I'm in Detroit, I got a message that said I just packed up the most important things I could get. I'm out of here with my friend, and I've never been so terrified in my entire life. And she had to evacuate, and that was a really scary message. She had that one hurt. She's my older sister, and she's lived in LA for about 15 years. And I don't know, I just feel so bad for the people out there losing everything and having family across the country. And I mean, what can you do? You can sprinkle money on them, of course, that does some help. But people have lost their homes, no matter how wealthy or how poor, these people have lost their homes. You can have multiple dwellings that you own, but the place you call home, that's a very sacred place to us. And to just have it ripped out from underneath you with very little notice. I mean, some people, I don't even know what kind of notice some people had. Very terrifying. I will pray for you. I am very much so a believer, and I believe in prayer. And I really hope the turnaround on this is good. And I haven't forgotten about the people in North Carolina. That's another travesty in itself. And I mean, I don't want to talk about the Palisades too much, but it's kind of wild when someone so closely related to you is directly affected, and they had to evacuate, and it was under very scary circumstances. It wasn't like a hurricane where they have, several days' notice. It was, in this situation, minutes. And luckily, her apartment complex is actually still standing, and her friend were able to return home. That was really wonderful to hear, so I'm really happy about that. And her friend, he was only able to grab a few precious belongings, including his passport and a few other very sentimental things. And it just made me think, in the great scheme of things, what does one take? When it's time to go. And for me, firearms are my number one. Outside of my pets and my girlfriend, it would be my firearms. Absolutely, it'd be my shotgun or my AK would be my number one. They're very handy tools, and then of course a couple handguns, but those are easy to throw in a case and go. But on top of that, I'd actually grab cigars. These bring me peace of mind, and in dangerous and horrible situations, I've learned those things. Everyone needs something to burn on. This is one of the things that literally I like to burn on, and having these would bring me much solace in a very scary time. Give me a chance to just, maybe take a walk, if that's even a possibility. Collect my thoughts, take in life, just take in the situation and process even that before processing even further. And then I get to think about, a cigar like this, where it was made, the wrapper, and all of that goes into it. I believe these are Nicaraguan. I probably should have done my homework. But, I get to think about these things and what brings me happiness or calmness in such a scary situation. Then my sister, she's actually not a smoker. I think she's quitting smoking cigarettes or has quit. I don't know. But I remember trying to offer her a cigar when she was here over the holidays. She turned it down. I was a little sad. I was hoping we could have done some family bonding over it. Maybe I'll get her next time she's home. And it's just sitting here talking and thinking about it. I'm like, okay, this thing, what is it? What kind of notes does it hit? Because normally my gig is light it, smoke it, enjoy it. Don't put too much thought into it. It's my time to clear my mind. Sometimes I like it while I'm working on things. And here I am going, all right, I can get some of that leather, a little bit of cream. Those, leather is one of the strongest flavors that always sticks out for me in cigars. And let's see what we can do on the retrohale. I'm still not very good at it, so laugh by all means if I mess it up. Oh, that retrohale is very clean, very nice. That's one of the better ones I have had. This is a cigar I suggest to anybody that likes a nice long smoke. Not too strong though. This one's actually not too strong. It can get you a bit green towards the end. I have had them get me a bit green, but it's still, these are very nice. I would like to have them in a smaller size, maybe like a 49 or smaller by maybe 5 inches. I like the shorter cigarillo size. I just really like this cigar though. If I can't find them in smaller sizes, I'll stick with this. I'll keep getting these. These are good, and they're pretty affordable too. I watch videos sometimes, and I'll see someone just sitting there puffing away on a cigar, and wondering what they're thinking, because there's no talking while you're taking a drag off the stogie. And so far I've shared my thoughts on what's going on in my head. Although I can share a nice thought. It has started snowing today. They actually got more snow in Georgia than we do in Detroit. So there's that, I guess. But yeah, the Palisades is a terrible thing, obviously. But to find a silver lining in things is also a great thing, but not to the extent of, toxic positivity, as some of the people say these days. But for me, the silver lining is my sister's place does still stand, and she does still have a home in the way she left it. And for me as well, it is snowing. I can't wait. And the first snow of every season, and we're going to consider it the first snow of this season, because the first one we had of actual winter, it was here so fast and gone that we didn't get to apply our yearly tradition. And our tradition is first snowfall is we walk to the bar down the street from us, have a couple drinks, and walk back home in the snow. If we're lucky, the snow is deep enough for us to have snowball fights in the front yard. One time we made a big snow couch. That was pretty fun too. I guess I should date this. I believe it is January 11th, January 10th, 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. Alright, with that said, I just want you to know it's still working fantastic, my little Band-Aid, little seal. I'm still so impressed. Alright guys, Happy New Year. Na zdrowie.